why did you start kayaking? For me, it was a YouTube video I stumbled upon of, it was either Dane Jackson running Great Falls for that Karma promo vid. It's like a 9-year-old video, or it was Rafa Ortiz running Great Falls. Either way, I watched both of those videos in the same day, and the next day I signed up for the Zero to Hero program here in DC through Calleva River School. So I recommend that progression to anybody. It's a great way to get started, but today I'm here to talk about paddling with Dane Jackson. So the Jackson Fun Tour is like a whistle stop tour across the country. It happens. It happened last year and this year. I think maybe it's annual. And basically, Dane Jackson and other Jackson pros go around the country demoing boats, holding clinics, all that good stuff. So they partnered with Calleva, and we ran the gorge with Dane Jackson himself and got some tips and tricks from the pro. It was more of like a friendly paddle, I'll give you a tip if you ask for one kind of thing, but I definitely won't forget this anytime soon. It was a fabulous experience, and thanks so much to Calleva and everybody who organized it, to Dane, to Mason, to everybody that came out. Just amazing. If you get a chance to sign up, don't miss it.
All right. Sandy Beach. S-turns over there.
You're from here, like this area? I was born in DC, and then I grew up for 4 years. We lived in Brookmont, and then even when we moved into an RV full time, we came here a lot because it was just, Great Falls. It's not hard to explain why we come here a lot, but we got a lot of family friends here. We come spend some time here. But then 2008 was the last time that we started. We basically stopped coming every year, and then it had been like until 2000. I think 2020 was the last time that I was there after that, and then I haven't been back in the last 3 years. It's just not really on my way north these days. Like it's just always a little off of where I'm like moving. I would move really quickly, so I'm like that's why I was happy to come try to get some paddling here with everyone.
What's your next big like international trip?
At some point I'll end up in Canada, get a little stakeout again. But I mean, with California, I'll pretty much be U.S. based for most of the year.
Nice.
And then I've actually, now that I think about it, I really probably won't be international until at least like end of August, if anything. Yeah, it's gonna be a big US year for sure. Obviously, you couldn't pick a better spot than DC and come and do Great Falls. I would drive, I flew far to come here because this place is epic and we got good water levels, it's sunny, rain stopped, it's gonna be great. I don't know how many of you are from the area, not from here, how far you came, but whether it's 15 minutes or 5 hours, we appreciate you guys coming out and supporting Calleva and coming to kayak with us. For those that haven't done this before, we do this all over the country, fun tour stop. Basically the idea is we're not, like myself and Mason are here to help out in any way we can, but in the end we're not going to be like screaming in your face to do things better or worse. So in the end, we're just out here to have a good time, go kayaking, work on some stuff. If there's something that's like glaringly obvious that I think maybe you can improve on, it might be like, hey, maybe don't swim out of your kayak. But in the end, you're like, okay, let's turn it there. But in the end, we're just out here to have a good time. And if there's anything you guys want to work on, any questions, come up to me or Mason and ask. But this isn't like where we're just going to be like screaming in your face, want to improve. We're just out here to have a good time. But basically, we're going to paddle from here down to Angler. Should be some good waves, some good scenes. We'll make sure we fill up as much of the time as possible to get down there. This is going to be a great run to work on like stern spurts, ferries, fundamentals, things like that. One thing that's definitely good to remember, regardless, even if this is a run that you're nervous on, or if this is a run that you're going to feel 100% confident, a run like this is a really great opportunity to work on things that will improve for when you are actually nervous on a river. A lot of people think that a lot of the important skills that we've learned comes from doing the really hard, scary stuff. But the truth is a lot of becoming actually really confident as a kayaker is working on things on runs you're already comfortable on. Like you're not gonna run the hardest whitewater you've done in your life, and that's when you're gonna work on your offside roll or your hand roll or surfing out of features. So when you're nervous, you're often focused on just getting down whatever whitewater's in front of you. Whereas a run like this, that's gonna have boily seams, some nice waves. I'm sure there'll be a couple features we can surf. This is the best opportunity to learn those skills that you may want to learn. Learn the skills you might want to learn for the future. So like, I can pretty much tell you that like anytime I say that there's some skill that I have or like something people can work on, they're like, oh, it's just you. I'm like, yeah, but I still had to learn the stuff to get me to where I am today. And a lot of that comes from my dad saying, you know, surf this feature without a paddle, go flip upside down in this seam line, go work on whatever it is. Man, I don't know why my voice is disappearing on me already. But yeah, so anything you guys want to work on, any questions, but in the end, a run like this is the perfect chance to learn a lot of stuff that will help you when it comes to running harder whitewater in the future. But yeah, anything you guys want to work on, we're here for it. But yeah, we're just out here to have a good time and go paddling. Sweet. Any questions? Oh, just a reminder for those that don't know, I am deaf. So unless I'm looking at you, I probably won't be able to hear you even if you're right in front of me. And I made a mistake of grabbing this helmet instead of my other one. So if I don't hear you, I promise I'm not ignoring you. But if there's anything you want to know, you have to come pretty close or at least be looking at me. Or just yell really loudly and someone will tell me that you're speaking to me. But all right, everyone ready to rock? All right, you listen to anybody else?
2 more people.
What?
2 more. I think there's just
Just
that.
those two?
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, we can start working our way this way. For those that ever are worried about your shoulders or injuries or anything like that, if there's ever flat water at the start of a run, it's a great chance to do backstrokes, which is like the #1 thing you can do to warm up your shoulders. My dad always made me do it growing up. I never understood why until over time I was like, oh, it feels so much better now. Anybody that wants a challenge, we're going to try to get to the eddy on River Right. If you don't make the eddy or you want to knock over the eddy, there's good eddies on the left around the corner. But I recommend taking a challenge. Nice! Oh shit! Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Nice. Whoa! don't know what that sound is that I'm making. You just gotta go with it.
I guess so.
Nice paddle with you.
Pleasure, dude.
Paddle with you for a minute.
This was an exciting
Oh, yeah?
thing, dude. Thanks for
Rub
coming.
that paddle together. So we'll catch on the water some more.
Okay, well that ain't all of it, but it's most of it, including the good tricks I was able to capture. That kickflip and the slow motion ender thing at the end was so fun to watch in real life. Watching these guys paddle your home river is super instructive, especially for newbies like me. I found watching them play in the eddylines and use the waves to get around the river, do splats and things like that on rocks. And it gave me a lot of ideas, a lot of good direction. So massive thank you to Calleva and to Jackson and to Dane and Mason and Ben, the gear guru from Calleva, for organizing it, and to all the other paddlers that made it such a fun time. I think it's events like this that illustrate how the paddling community is really special, really supportive, and I hope you enjoyed. That's all.